Family. I'm not by myself. We got children. As you can hear, they're crazy, man. They're crazy all the time. Dang, I can never get this right. Okay. So my wife and I am coming on tonight to talk about people. Dang, babe. Okay. Who are married and cheating. Got that together? Good. Very serious subject. This is actually what prompted us to start this dialogue and really gave us the passion to be able to help ourselves. We've been getting a lot of help from the outpouring of love that we've been receiving. Plus just being able to talk it out to other people who are couples and other people who have somewhat of a similar plight. So we've been getting help, and because we are strong in the area of marriage, we've been able to help other people.
Right.
So our subject tonight simply is married and cheating. How do you want to start?
So do women cheat?
The answer is yes. Unequivocally.
Why do people cheat?
Why do people cheat? Well, I can only tell you from a David Lucas standpoint, and I can only tell you from a standpoint of, I guess, what can I say? From me. Okay, so I've never cheated on you, but I have cheated on girls before, and I've only ever cheated because it was available to me. Like men with David, because I can't speak for every man, but David cheated because it was available. The whoever the girl was that I decided to lay down with was just gonna give me the pussy, and I was gonna take it. And certain pussy you just ain't gonna pass up. I have passed up some pussy in my life before, so I want you to feel like I haven't passed some pussy up, because I'm just not hitting everything out here. But it's certain pussy you just is not gonna pass up. I'm not gonna pass this up. And so, regardless of who I'm with, I felt like, you know what I mean, I'm about to bang this out. Well, so it was availability for me.
I've never cheated on anyone. Not that I'm perfect or anything, but it's just, I feel like if I'm going to be loyal to you, I'm going to be dedicated to you, that's what I'm going to do. However, if at some point in time, this is when I was dating, if I didn't want to be with you, I just let you know and go and do what I need to do. I didn't feel like I needed to cheat on you. I didn't want to have my cake and eat it too. I know what you're going to say. That's what you do
That's
with cake.
Exactly what you do with cake. You eat it.
But I didn't want to do that because it hurts people. I mean, people get hurt. So I just rather just break up with you. However, when you're married, it's a little different. I mean, you just can't just break up with the person. You can, but it's not recommended to do that. So
it's harder when you're married, because you're just like, marriage, like men, we take forever to give away our relationship status. And so if we finally give it to you, it's hard to even give it to you, because there's so many girls out here who want that and are willing to do anything to get it. So if you got that relationship status, it's just hard for us to just, freely, even if for me to call you my girlfriend, it's hard, you know what I mean? I'll pretend just to get your draws for real. But if I married you, that's like letting my mama and them know that this is going to be the last babe I'm going to be with.
Right.
So I feel like there has to be a level of integrity. But the question is, why do people cheat? We only talking for us. I'm not here talking for all men. But when I cheated, I didn't cheat on her. Never cheated on her. But when I did cheat on my other girlfriends, it was always because of availability. And so, what changed from when I was with them to when I was with you? Well, when I was a child, I did
childish things.
But as a man, and the pussy's still super available to me, but now I'm just taking the steps so that the availability won't become like a crutch for me and my relationship. I got too much invested in this. I got too much invested in the relationship itself.
Right.
So for me, it would be difficult for me. See, listen, so this is, and I don't mean to be rude, but in order for me to cheat on you, a babe would have to be a complete upgrade. And when I say upgrade, she'd have to prove that she was going to be financially capable of taking care of her, not only herself, but also me. And now I have 3 kids. By that time, it would be by 2 different women. Then she'd have to prove the loyalty, because every woman has to prove some sort of loyalty. She'd have to prove loyalty. But how could she have loyalty? Because I'm not lying to this broad. Like, she would have to, I'm not lying to her. I would just be letting her know, like, I got a wife, so if you gonna give me this, you gonna give me this with full knowledge of what you stepped into. Like, that's why another thing too, I don't like when people be lying. See, if you lying, that's not cool.
It's going to catch up.
That's not cool. You can't be out here lying. Don't be in lie. Don't lie. So, first of all, as far as I know, I would never cheat on you. You feel me? As far as I know, and when I say that, I mean it's some stuff that is impossible to pass up. Like, I know, well, it's just impossible. Like, look at all the men that are throughout the world. It's almost impossible to pass it up. So what I would do is, first of all, she would have to accept my truth. Then she had to be a complete upgrade. She had to prove the loyalty. And you and I have been through so much that your loyalty has already been on trial and it has been acquitted. Your loyalty has already been there. So it's like, dang, she'd have to prove that. And then she'd have to prove that she was as spiritually astute, which is just as important.
Well, we're talking about cheating, not actually leaving. Because some people don't leave. They just have, like, a side chick.
Well. Well, even there, see, if I got a side chick, she would know. You have to know. And if you disrespect Sharon, you will be getting no more of all of this. You will be getting no more of this. You can't disrespect wifey, never, ever, ever, no matter what.
Or you just shouldn't have a side chick,
But you say that, and David doesn't have a side chick. But this conversation comes up all the time.
Or a side dude.
People cheat all the time. What's a side dude? What is that? Like,
it's a new thing.
Does that exist?
You can have a side dude.
What? Okay, so Sharon has never cheated. I feel like she's never cheated on anybody she's been with. I feel like live a little. Now, don't live a little with me. I need you to stay the same with me.
Listen,
But
for me to cheat, my spouse would have to be disloyal to me. My spouse would have to cheat repeatedly. And so now I feel like, okay, you're no more loyal to me. Right. And I need to find a new dude. So I wouldn't be cheating to have a side dude, but I would be cheating to find another spouse, if that makes sense.
Okay.
But that's the only way I can see myself maybe cheating.
We always have to reiterate the purpose of these videos. The purpose of these videos is because we have friends who we looked up to, and they end up getting a divorce. And that divorce set us back. Like, we were emotionally just aghast at the fact that they got a divorce. And so we just decided to come out with this little series of marriage, because we're strong in this area. And we're strong in several areas in regards to relationships. And I feel like it's our time to put it out and be able to help people. So we're going to try to bring you fresh content, because I realize if you're in a relationship, you are in it moment by moment, minute by minute, hour by hour. And so you need a constant reminder that there is somebody out there who understands the craziness that you go through being in a relationship. And not just understand it, but really are open and honest about it. So Sharon and I have never cheated on each other. No. We've never cheated on each other. So now we got to discuss, what is cheating? Well, oh, you scratching your neck. Bow. So cheating to me means that you're trying to talk to somebody that you are interested in,
attracted to,
with the intent of sexual contact. The intent is everything.
Right.
With the intent of sexual contact. I work at a job. There's over 2,500 people in this huge building that we work at. It's very nice. Cafeteria, Starbucks, all that. It's pretty nice. Got a gym. Half of them are women. I love women. I just so happen to love them. You know what I mean? So I gave in another video how I wear my headphones. I wear my headphones at work too because I realized that, you know what I mean? Look, the Bose QC35s, these are noise canceling. I wear them at work. Why do I wear them at work? Because they keep me out of conversations that I don't have no business being in. You feel me? So the question is, what is cheating? And so for David, cheating is to make advances at a person that you're attracted to with the intent of sexual contact or sexual contact. That's what the intent is. Sexual contact. What is cheating?
So you can have female friends? Is that an option?
I think a female friend for a married man is an oxymoron.
I
think a female friend for any male who doesn't like other males is an oxymoron. Men and women cannot be friends. They cannot be friends. I had a person argue me up and listen to me. I had a person argue me up and down. I got a male friend. Turns out she didn't even know he was okay. You feel me? I said, you thought he was your friend. That dude don't like you. Like, legitimately doesn't like you. Like, and he just was on the down low, which I feel like is phony, though. She's right. She said cheating starts before contact, in my opinion.
Right.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. So the intent. You're right, Sheila. It's the intent. You feel me? So if I'm reaching out to you, saying what's up, boo, like, oh, you just my boo, like, oh, what's going on? And my intention is I'm gonna get this babe naked, like.
Or not even that. Maybe your intention isn't to have sex.
What?
No, wait.
What?
That's why you can't have friends. I think we need to go into this a little bit more in detail because your intentions might really be a friendship, but you put yourself in a different setting, different moment. One person might have liked you didn't know that, and before you know it, you naked. So
what?
That's how it happens. You ever hear people say, I don't know what happened, it just happened. It didn't just happen, but what they didn't do is they didn't prevent that. Far as they trust themselves too much. Like, we're human beings.
Right.
Like, stuff happens, and so you have to take that in consideration. Like, I don't go anywhere with a guy by myself.
Right.
If my husband can't do it, it just doesn't get done. Oh, I'll wait for my husband. Like, those little things. Oh, I'll take you home. No. I'll be fine. I'll wait for my husband to come pick me up, or I'll ride with a female. Like, I take those things very seriously because that's how stuff happens. Before you know it, you know what I mean? Or what about the perception? Maybe nothing happened, but I come home in a car with a dude. My husband like, what's going on? Like, it's just so disrespectful in every kind of way. Right?
Why did that happen just now?
Right. So, I mean, you just have to really be careful, especially when you're like married, even if you're in a relationship, but definitely when you're married. You got to be careful of the perception of things, as well as don't trust yourself. Don't even trust yourself in a situation like that.
You're going to fail. Devin Bellamy says, if you're sharing something with another person that you cannot share with your spouse, it's cheating. If you give someone else a part of yourself, be it physically, emotionally, I'm assuming after the ellipses here, it says, it's cheating.
Right.
So I think what he's saying is going along with what I'm saying. It's the intent behind it. But I tell you this, men and women cannot be friends. And I argued with a young lady who was arguing me down. I said, I think what you're hearing me say is that it is improbable for a woman and a man to be friends. And I'm not saying that, so do not twist my words. I am saying to you that it is impossible for a man and a woman to be friends. Now, a woman and a boy, probably. That doesn't make sense, right? And a boy or a girl and a man, probably. You know, I would give it more probable, you know. But it is impossible for a man and a woman to be friends. Impossible. We could be associates. We could work together. You know what I mean? No, we can't be hitting lunch up. Because after a while, I'm going to try to see you naked. I'm going to try to see you naked. I'm going to just date. I know David very well. After a while, you're going to have to take that off. You know what I mean? Or you have to get away from me because what's the whole point of us being friends? Like, what? Ain't no point in that. And I'm not missing out on nothing. I got enough friends in my life. I'm not missing out on nothing. I know the female perspective. I don't need your help. Get naked. Like, that's how I feel. We can't be friends. So that's just, it is what it is. And like I said, she up and down, up and down. I swear, for real though. Like, I swear men and women can be friends. Men and women cannot be friends. It is impossible. Not improbable. Improbable is like when you play the lottery. Yeah, it's improbable for you to win that. Now, it's not impossible. You could win, but it's improbable. I'm saying that it's not improbable. It's impossible. It's impossible for a man and woman to be friends. So if you with somebody and they be like, oh, he just my friend. That's my best friend. What is you talking about? You lying to me or you lying to them? Because I know better, honey. It's impossible. I've never had a friend who I wasn't actively slanging this meat. Never. Unless I just chose not to. You feel me? Which is almost never. Like, I'm going to slang this meat until I'm going to slang this meat. Like,
so what happens if you fall out of love with the person?
What you mean, your spouse?
Yeah.
So we changing the subject?
Falling out of love, though.
So
no, not changing the subject. I'm saying people cheat because they don't love their spouse anymore. They're not physically attracted to their spouse.
I see what you're saying. Well, I've been married 8 years, and from what I gather, and I honor your opinion, Ms. Wiggins. I do. I seriously honor it, and I'll address it. But if you are out of, well, let me address her opinion first. She said that I disagree. I think it's all on a level of maturity. I understand. But if we two mature people, right, and I'm over your house and you're not taking your drawers off, I'm just not coming over no more. I don't care how much of a friend we are. You taking them drawers off regardless. I ain't gonna make you do it. You're gonna want to do it, like, regardless, like, because I'm the type of dude where I coming over, you gonna want to do it, like.
I think if you're married, why would you want to spend time with someone of the opposite sex?
Because it's fun.
By yourself.
And sex is fun.
I mean, if you weren't having sex, what else are you doing?
That would be the most pointless thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, that would be pointless. It would be. Miss Wiggins, that would be completely pointless. What I'm going to come over there for? What we going to do? I'm not doing that. I can go home and do that. No. He said, my wife, Devin Bellamy says, my wife has no male friends. I have no female friends. That's cool. Now, I'm not extreme. So if I'm, yep, you're right. He said he has acquaintances.
Right, that's different.
So
that's different.
To me, because I work with girls, you feel me? And some of them be, no offense to you, I apologize. But I be more like, oh my God, like. But I realize, like, oh, this is associate, and I treat her as such, like, you know what I mean? Even when she get personal, like. And I don't be like extreme, and I'm not a lame. Like, I don't suffer with low confidence, nothing like that. You feel me? So I'm always like, you know, cognitively aware that I need to mention my wife somewhere in this conversation. Oh, you right. My wife was just saying that. Like, my wife ain't say nothing like that. But I brought her up because I want you to understand.
That's a good point, because, like, if you have someone that you are physically attracted to, like, for instance, I had a boss that I was physically attracted to, and I knew that, so I tried to, on purpose, keep distance.
Right.
And, you know, I just kept it professional.
Right.
And, you know, that happens because we're human. And I also told my husband about it, so he's fully aware. That goes back to keeping those secrets. Like, that's keeping a secret. If you just tell him, you should be able to talk to your spouse about stuff like that. Both should be mature enough where you could talk about that. Because once you get it out, now you could address the situation. So. Right. I did that. I told my husband about it, and it ended up working out. To make a long story short, we got a new manager, so everything worked out. But you have to be honest about stuff like that, and the other party should be able to handle it.
I agree, and like, because I am who I am, like, I'm not, like I said, I'm full of confidence. I've never had a self-esteem issue, but there is a difference between, you know, having confidence and being stupid. So, you know, my man, I don't want to mention his name, but there's a famous comedian who said he loved confident dudes because he be washing up in they sinks. Like, so I don't want that to be my story. You feel me? So because I don't want it to be my story, I'm always active to listen. And then when she told me, I didn't fly off the handle, because like I just got done telling you at my job, and like I said, no offense to her, but there are women in there who I feel like I'll be wishing some days like I wasn't married. And not because I don't love you. It's just like, and this is us keeping it real. Because I feel like, man, I would absolutely, this baby would have been 6 months pregnant by now. We would have had to take a pregnancy leave. You know what I mean? And that's because we are human. So there's a built-in forgiveness that I have for her. And then there's a built-in forgiveness that she has for me. And that's just, it is just what it is. Like, so if you do cross the line, then I do forgive you that. If you cross the line too much, because ain't no nigga sticking this donut in my coffee, you feel me? I'm not with that. But if you cross the line too much, we love you too, Michelle. If you cross the line too much, then I'm not, I can forgive you, but you got to go over there. Like, but it is what it is. And there's a fine line between being secure and being stupid. I was asked by a married woman, I'm not going to put her out here, would you let your wife go to a strip club? And she asked me in front of my wife. I said, are there going to be other penises there? She was like, yeah, it's a male strip club. And I said, no. And then I started to break down eloquently, like, there's a fine line between being confident and being silly. Like, right. You don't want to be silly. Like, and then she got mad and left. We was like, and it was like, it was obvious. Like, oh, this babe mad. Like, because she felt like I was supposed to be like, yeah, I'll let her go. I'm confident. I'm very, listen, I'm very confident. I've never suffered. Anybody know me for a long time? No, David does not have low self-esteem. But I'm not a stupid man. I already know. You not in heaven. You on this side. You gonna get that pussy up. Like, there's some dudes out here that can touch my wife. Like, who have the capability of touching her. Like, so you got to protect her. I got to always be around, and I also got to be willing to listen and to learn. When she came home and told me that she had a supervisor who she was attracted to, I did get mad. I was on fire. Like, wait a minute. You know what I mean? But my cooler head prevailed, and I said, listen, I'm judging her, and I'm looking at 100 babes every day. Like, I can't do that. Like, I can't do that. What I need to do is I need to listen. And she just, nothing inappropriate happened. She just felt like, we work in such close proximity together. Everybody else is mean to me. This person is physically attractive. And on top of that, he's also nicer than what I'm used to. And as a result of that, I tend to lend myself toward being around him. And I said, that's not okay with me. So we got to figure out what we're going to have to do. So long story short, she's a stay-at-home mom now because I'm not having it. Flat out. Like.
So, speaking of crossing the line, I have a story. Not me. I'm not. I'm about
to say, what's going
I'm not
on
trying to tell you nothing on live TV. This is turning to a Murray show. No, but I have a story, true story. Young lady, a nice young African American doctor. She was having an affair with her nurse, male nurse.
Okay. Proximity.
Yep. Having an affair, and when I say affair, see, I'm not saying one night stand. I'm saying an affair because it's an ongoing thing.
Right.
It became like another.
If you was the nurse, high five to you. I don't know that. I never heard this story, but you snagged you a doctor. Who? You know what I mean? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So, ask me how she got caught.
She got caught? How'd she get caught? And these are people who went to college.
Right.
There shouldn't be no catching.
Well,
go ahead.
Eventually she got caught because she got pregnant. She came up pregnant. Yes.
Ain't you a doctor? You don't know nobody who can take care of that? No, I'm not advocating child rape. What is this?
Abortion.
I'm not advocating that, but I'm just saying.
Child rape.
Like, what
is that?
So you get pregnant, okay?
Yeah, she got pregnant.
This babe must have been a dentist, like.
No.
What are you doing?
After getting pregnant, that's not where she got caught.
Wait, what?
Yeah, she didn't get caught when she got pregnant. She got caught after she had the baby because she's married to a nice, dark, handsome guy, and the baby was clearly biracial.
Dun, dun, dun.
That's how she got caught. So sometimes you think, I'm not going to get caught.
And get caught.
And get caught.
And get caught.
Yep. But to make a long story short, they end up splitting up for a while, but they got back together. And they got back together because somewhere in his heart, he had forgiveness. And I know you mentioned earlier, if someone sucks a donut in your coffee,
You think you're doing it in my coffee?
You're not doing that, but
It's
he
just
felt
too many
different.
coffee mugs out here. I'm not about to.
He felt different, and he ended up accepting her back. They worked on the marriage,
Okay.
and they're currently still married, and they raised a baby
Wait a minute,
together.
What is going on in here? This is a horrible story. What made you tell this one? This is
To let you know that people have cheated,
Yeah.
and they have worked through it. It's
Okay.
possible, and worked on their relationships.
Okay.
And they raised all their kids together, the baby together, and he accepted the baby as his own, and they worked it out, and they're still married, and their kids are grown and in college now. So it is
dang.
possible to work it out.
That's a great story for the women. For the dudes, we feel like, oh my God, how
It's
many
not the
more nurses?
ideal situation, but for people who
Yeah.
has been through this, or who has gone through a cheating relationship, and they still want their marriage to work out, it gives you some hope that it
is
can work
possible.
out. I mean, a lot of stuff happened, and more than what I'm even telling you.
It is
but
possible.
they worked it out, is what I'm saying.
It
so
is
it's definitely possible if you want it to work out.
But just think about it, like sex, that means that me and you had to have a close encounter. You gotta take your clothes off, like I gotta put it
This
in.
is an
like,
ongoing encounter.
in my mind, it's like you, at some point, you ain't think about me at all. This nigga had you so drunk in love. Exactly, my man Bellamy. He said he a better man than me, but she is a doctor. You know what I mean? So my man probably was like, my man probably worked at Walmart. Had to put up what he would have had to put up with. Better man than me. He better man than me too, because I'm not sure I would have been able to take that, dog. For real.
True story.
For real, but
Yep.
what was I saying, babe? I done forgot. Lord have mercy. Be a better man than me. That for the women it's possible, but for the men,
And
we
then you
ain't
always
taking that.
You always hear of men cheating, so I wanted to give you a little twist and tell you something,
We not taking that. Now let me tell you, if Sharon cheats on me, I will be the best baby daddy of all time. You hear me? But as far as a husband, it'll be the.
But this is the thing.
You let
so,
a cat.
All right, so
Oh,
it
my
seems like.
If I cheated on you,
It seems
I'm
like.
here.
Listen, it seems
Or you just
like,
gonna retaliate? That's what I hear.
seems like-
No, nigga, no.
It seems like most of the men are not forgiving. They like, you out of here. But women forgive men all day. I mean,
This-
you see that all the
this
time.
my man-
There's plenty of men who cheat.
Mr. Bellamy is
And
my
women
man.
forget to forgive
This is my
them.
man. He said, I'd rather take a loyal McDonald's employee than a doctor with his baby. He did. Family. Listen, this ain't even funny. Like, this my man's in $100,000 because I feel the same way. Like, oh, no. Like, no. And you got his baby.
story.
So that means he get to come around. Like, he got legal right. Oh, you out your mind. Like, you out your mind. Like, you out your mind.
He really loved her.
She must got that splishy splashy.
I don't know.
I don't understand.
I don't know, but
She got to.
they're still together. Still together.
She
True
got
story.
to. She got to. This craziness, but they must not be Afro-American.
Yes. I
God
said that. Were you
damn.
not listening?
I don't know. Like, I don't know,
They
man.
both were black people.
Dang.
Yes.
Dang. See, it's somebody out here for everybody. You could get got. You could get got. So you got to take the precautions. I think that's why I've been faithful, because I've been taking precautions. I could get got. It's a babe out here right now. If she rub on my penis, I'm going to be like, where we going? Like, so I take precautions. I'm ignoring
Me
babes.
too.
I got my Bose headphones on, like, on purpose, because I already know you can get got. Sex is easy, especially this day and age. It's easy. All you gotta do is look a babe dead in her eye and give her one of these. Like, it's too easy. So I just, oh my God, I can't even believe it. Like, yeah,
I'm telling you, it's a true story.
I can't believe
Didn't make it up.
That's just crazy. I just can't believe it. So what if you are in your relationship sexually unsatisfied? If you are sexually unsatisfied, I'd have to ask why. And is it possible for your partner to gratify you in any way? Is it possible for you to be gratified by your partner? If you are, and this episode is going too long, but we're gonna keep going. As far as is it possible? What if you're sexually unsatisfied? What if when you married me, you didn't bust any nuts or you couldn't come? Would that have been a problem?
Yeah, but I don't know if it would be a problem to the point where I want to cheat. I think that's a little extreme. But I do think we would need to seek some help.
I do too.
Yeah.
Honest to God, I do. For me, if I was sexually unsatisfied with you, if it was something that you can control, then I would ask you to control it. And if right, he said we have to learn new tricks. Right. If it was something you could control, if it's out of your control, grapefruit, that would be something new.
I'm interested about that one. What you do with that?
That would be something new. You hear me? But if it's something that you can control, and I keep asking you to control it, and you just refusing to control it, like, oh, you like, I don't want to put our business out here, but let's just say the teeth be scraping. I be feeling like, now listen here, I'm gonna have to go in your mouth. Like, don't do that. You can control this. You feel me? You can control it. Like, you massage your jaws, whatever you got to do. You do whatever you got to do, control it. Now, if you can't control it, that's something totally different.
Right.
And what will be out of control? A medical condition.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not going to leave you or cheat on you if something medically was wrong. But if it was your effort.
That's why I was saying, like, I'm not saying you got to watch hardcore porn, going back to that, but you do need some type of education. Okay, so if you don't give head good, learn. I mean, it's videos out here. I feel like it's okay if you're learning. I mean, what are you supposed to do? You gotta learn. You gotta, practice. You also could listen to your spouse, and he could tell you, all right, here a little bit, there. That's one thing. But if you could learn, like he said, some new tricks, why not?
Ain't nothing wrong with learning a couple of new tricks.
Right.
Now, me, I feel like if exactly, Mr. Bellamy, practice does make perfect. But if you making me like, I guess it's just your effort. For me, it's just all your effort. Like, you got it. You know what I mean? Because I want my dick sucked, I want my balls incorporated. Incorporate my balls. I'm talking about touch them, put them in your mouth. And this is every girl I was with. I've never had a girl who didn't go all the way. I mean, maybe 1 or 7 that didn't go all the way. But for the most part, you need to be doing everything you can to please me. I'm a faithful man. I be feeling like I deserve it. I wear it as a badge of honor. You will. Like, that's how I feel. I don't care how mad you is. And if you keep scraping it, it's going to be a problem. Like, because I'm a faithful dude. And this day and age, is too many women out here willing to do 100. So, willing to do anything out here in the world just for relationship status. A girl just be feeling like I'm by myself. I know a couple babes right now, I know them personally and not sexual. I don't know them sexually, but I know them personally. All you got to do is hit them up, man. And you don't even have to really know their numbers. It's Instagram, it's Facebook. Just say what's up. And they'll be like, when you want to come over? Like, so with that thought in mind, I also got to be feeling like, okay, I'm pretty sure that since I can get God, I'm pretty sure Cat can bang my wife out too. So if she not taking the precautions, I got to slang this thing in here. When I'm in here, I ain't playing no games. I got to slang this thing. I want you to
okay.
In convulsions, so, like, you feel me?
Make a long story short.
Ain't no cheating, nigga.
Do your thing as much as possible so you can prevent those precautions.
No, for real, because listen, if you not knocking it out the park, my man, if you ain't knocking it out the park, if you ain't in shape, somebody's going to take your babe, man. For real. And then she be like, oh, man, all of a sudden she got his baby. This nigga a white baby. Oh, man. No, man. No. You got to knock that out the park every time. Every time you in there, she got to know, like, Dave the man. Like, I love that nigga. You know it? For real, like, I love that nigga. That nigga Dave, man, he be, for real. You got to do that, because I'm not trying to offend you, like, but I ain't never been that. Before I've been married 9 faithful years. You feel me? Faithful years. So I got to always put that out there. But before that, it ain't a babe who has got the privilege of having this, who ain't called 3 or 4 times more, like, You cannot let that happen. I'm sorry.
Next topic.
No offense, but you got to knock it out the park, right, man. You said it's like Chinese food. It's not enough to both of y'all get your cookie. You feel me? Hey, man, you got to bang these babes out, man. You got to bang them out. Bang your wife out. This is for everybody, but we are advocating marriage, like, because we tell you the purpose of this. The purpose of this, for real, Zoto, but the purpose of this is because we've been married for a while, and a lot of our friends have been getting a divorce. One couple in particular got a divorce, and it's boom, it just hit us like 1,000 pounds of bricks. We couldn't believe it, like.
Right.
And so when we found out about it, we just felt like, okay, now we got to start, coming up with different stuff and material so we can help people who are either A, looking for somebody, B, already in a relationship, like, you know what I mean, they're engaged or something and they're getting ready to go on marriage. You need to know the real. When I first got married, I legitimately thought that I would not be attracted to other women no more. Now, I'm not even being funny. It was to the point where I didn't even ask nobody about it because I legitimately thought the moment I got married, I would no longer be attracted to anybody else except for my wife. Nigga, that is so far from the truth. That is so far from the truth. That's not true. As a matter of fact, I had to take extra precautions because I'm only with one person, and it get very monotonous. Even though I love my baby very much, it get very monotonous, and so I be feeling like every girl I see, I be like, oh my God, I would bang that out. Like I be losing focus. Like, so you got to be aware and cognizant, and that's why we doing these posts.
Right.
What's your next understanding?
What if you want a new experience?
I do want a new experience. I want a new experience, but listen to me. I want a new experience with you.
Right.
You feel me?
But what if you want to do a position or do something, add something in that the other party doesn't want to?
He said, I just with my left hand. He said, don't make any eye contact and bring my wife up within 2 minutes of any conversation. You're right, my man. That's what you do. And when you bring your wife up, then the people will start understanding and they'll start knowing like, okay, he's faithful. But let me tell you something. When a girl feel like the human nature is they always want what they can't have. Right. When the babe feel like she can't have you, she be feeling like, oh, you gonna want this pussy. You need this pussy in your life.
Right.
Like, damn, this babe really on
your DMs
it.
up and
for real.
What?
For
Who
real.
does that?
For real. I'm gonna have to go get some music from you, Tommy, for real. But they be really feeling like, you gonna get this, but especially at my job, they feel like, oh, you making money, you looking good, you look happy, I could be something extra in your life.
And then it's like a unequal proportion of men and women. It's like obviously more men, especially in the black community. So women be like on it, like really on it. Like people have tried to make passes in front of me to my husband. I'm like,
this broad
really?
out her mind.
Really? Is that what we doing now?
This broad is out her mind.
Right.
Like this broad out her mind. Like I be trying to be cool, and I've never seen a dude do that. You feel me?
Dudes typically is not that aggressive, and if they are, I'll be scared.
In this big city, they aggressive, man.
But women are
super aggressive. I'm talking about super duper aggressive. Even at my I'm telling you, man, I'll show you these again. Like this is my go-to right here.
I'll put the link below.
This is my go-to, man. And you can use anything. You can use them, whatever came with your phone. Like, ignore these babes. Ignore these babes, because I'm telling you, they be wanting it so bad. And what do they want? They don't even know. You know what they want? They want a finished product.
Right.
Nobody wants to be the girlfriend. Everybody want to be the wife. Nobody want to be in the friend zone. Everybody want to be the wife. Like,
but what they don't know is there's no such thing as a finished product.
Feel me? Ain't no such thing.
You're constantly working. When you're in marriage, you constantly working.
Constantly working. Constantly. You gotta work. You gotta work. If you sexually frustrated and you married, go sit down, or talk to your wife about it. Like, oh man, see, if you don't start sucking this dick a little bit better, it's gonna be a problem. Like, I'm not gonna let some other girl suck it, but it's gonna be a problem. Or if you don't bring
toys in or whatever,
it's gonna be a problem. Family, Jason, how you doing? We talking about sex and we talk about it. My man Devin said, be assertive too. Shut them down. Make them feel like shameful scallywags if they take no for an answer. I'm a nice person. Watch. So this actually, and this is, my wife don't even know this story. It's just the first time I'm gonna tell it to her. But yes sir. This is the first time I'm gonna tell it to her.
Murray.
This girl at my job, she wanted this dick so bad, and I shouldn't say that, but she did though. Like, she was letting me know. My wife don't even know this story, right? So I had to tell her, like, and she's over me. Like, she's a leader. Like, she can make your day either good or bad. So I ended up finally telling her, like, I don't want you to feel like you're not pretty. I don't want you to feel like I'm not attracted to you. But I really love my wife. And, I be feeling like I can't do that. Like, I learned my lesson. And I learned my lesson through other people's stories and stuff. I don't have to go through that to learn it, but I know it. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that to you, because when I walk in here, you gonna be acting crazy. I know you gonna be acting crazy because I'm a married man and you trying to get this dick. Like, I know you gonna be acting crazy. I already know you gonna be acting crazy. Like, so nah. He said, I'm a better man than him. You feel me? Tommy said, there are some women that don't like giving head, but try so hard to keep a man. That's true. And that really falls on the subject of, you know, if you trying,
or if you accommodate them in other ways. Like, everybody has their things, like, that's a no-no, that's just uncomfortable for me, or, you know, whatever.
Right.
That's understandable, but how else can you please me then?
Right.
Find something else to compensate in that manner.
Mr. Bellamy said nobody disrespects his wife, and he takes anything like that as a disrespect. That's a good way to look at it, man. And that's also a precaution that you would be taking. Excuse me, because this one ain't got no sense. But that's a precaution that you would be taking, you know, against somebody trying to, you know what I mean, take your position.
Right.
That's the way I feel. Because the relationship that we in comes with like almost like a gift, like, and so if I give my relationship status to you, then you privileged to that gift. So that means I got to cut this gift up 3 ways now. It's gonna be the same gift, but now I got to cut it up 3 ways, which means she gonna be getting less, which means I'm gonna be getting less. And if I look at it like that, it's like, nah, I can't even do it. I'm not gonna even lie though. I wanted to bust old girl down just on some. I ain't had no other pussy in 9 years. Like, I did, but at the end of the day, see, I learned a few things in this life when I was single. You don't mess with your money. Like, first of all, even if I was single, I would have told her no, because you don't mess with the money. Then I don't want to see you and you acting crazy. So I ain't gonna mess with my money. You feel me? I'm not gonna do that. I just not about to do that. Like, but like I said, I want to give her this dick so bad. I just took the precautions not to give it to her because A, I'm married, and then B, if I wasn't married, I ain't about to mess with this money. Like, even when I worked at other jobs, you can't. It's not a babe. Before I was married, who feel like, oh, I banged him out. Not at this job. No, you didn't. You lying. She lying on her pussy. Like, because I didn't touch this babe. Period. Like. Period.
So we definitely want to hear more comments. We appreciate everyone.
Thank y'all for these comments.
Yes, giving comments.
Tommy, I had to hit you up for that music too, man. Thank you.
Please subscribe.
Yes, and share if you enjoyed yourself. We always give the purpose of this video. The purpose of this video is so we can help people want to be married, stay married, or get married. We started this series because we had a couple that we looked up to, and they were so, you know, happy to us, and they ended up getting a divorce. And when they ended up getting a divorce, it made us feel like, dang, like when we heard about it, we was together like, that silent cry, like, not even making fun of their plight, like,
right.
But it made us start to feel like we should do something. Like we gotta affect this world differently in another way, another area. So we've been taking what we are the strongest at, which is marriage, and trying to give it the real. Hopefully, everything we said tonight. And we haven't even hit half the paper, but we getting ready to go. Yes, sir, I see it. We haven't even hit half the paper, and but that's just what it is. So we'll come back with
and
part 2 tomorrow.
And we'd like to hear different things, different topics, different suggestions.
Anything you want to know.
If you
open books.
If you have some reasons why people cheat, write it down there. We love to discuss it.
Yes. Shout out to Mr. Bellamy tonight. You was the man, 100 grand. You definitely helped us. With the video, with his perspective, I thought was good.
Yes,
another fabulous man who's I don't know you personally, or it doesn't come to me now. I'll go to your page after. But it seems like you're being faithful to your wife. We would love to shout y'all out anytime y'all need anything from us, and we might need something for y'all for real, like because you never know if it wasn't for if it wasn't for them getting a divorce, you know what I mean. We wouldn't even need. She said, Crystal Reese said, you don't get enough attention. We mentioned that on one of our first videos. If a person's love language is affirmation, you need to be giving that to them.
Right.
Or they're going to be giving that dick out.
Read the book, The 5 Love Languages. It goes through what people's love languages are.
Right.
So you need to know them first and then figure out what your partner's love language is.
Right. So for now, I do want to, hit her blog spot up. It's
www.sharonlucas.com.
Yeah, I'm going to
We'll put the link below.
I'm going to let her convert my Facebook page over too, so y'all can always, you know, hit her link up.
Yep.
She's a master's student, and so she is trying to, you know, put herself on. But we getting ready to get up out of here. Y'all got any suggestions? Don't be afraid to inbox me. I promise we're not going to put you on blast. We would never do that. Yeah. So anytime you want to subscribe, and we'll make sure that we push out fresh content. But we do love y'all. So until next time, peace.
Thank you.